Alrighty, we're back. Now we're going to start cutting out the yellow. If you look at the pattern, I'm going to teach you a little way to cheat here. Look at the pattern. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I've got a C2. I've got a C4, 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 and C2. And what that means is this is the carbon copy of the original design that I had. Then I cut out all these pieces. This is how I'm going to cut my glass, my pattern. You can do it 2 or 3 different ways. This is just the way that works for me. So I've got all my pieces cut out of real thick paper. And now, when I drew this, I actually only drew this much of it. If it was folded perfectly, I put a piece of carbon paper, doubled it up, so when I made this right here, on the back side of it, it actually folded out and made the entire thing. So I only drew this because this piece is the same as that piece. That piece is that piece. Just turn it around. And then that one and that one. And then that one and that one are the same. This one and this one. And those 4 are the same. So I've got 16 pieces of yellow to cut out. And what I want to do is start with my largest pieces, widest piece here. So I have changed my circle cutter over to another edge here, so now it's a flat cut. So let me get everything out of the way here. I'll shoot this over. I've already measured it out, put the settings on it. You want to keep it a certain distance away from the edge, cut it a little bit bigger, because it just works out better. It breaks better. So let's cross our fingers. I have made this sunflower 4 or 5 times, so I know that I need 3 this size. I'm gonna wait and cut that later. So we'll just do, I need 2 of these. Try to maximize the glass. So this is going to cut number 1 and number 5. I'm going to make this a short one because you don't want to see the entire process of cutting out each piece. The closer it is to the edge, the harder it is to break. The other way to do this is actually have a board out. You have grid lines on it or whatever, but you can actually, if you can see through your glass, you can lay the pattern down and just cut it out like that, straight on the pattern without having to cut each individual piece out. But like I said, this is how I learned to do it back in the 90s. So this is the way I'm going to do it. And sometimes I have pieces that don't break right. I know for a fact that when it comes to grinding, I'm going to grind that edge off a little bit to make it fit. So we've got 2 scores on it. I don't know if you can see that or not. 2 little lines right there. The step after this is I take it to a diamond grinder and make sure all the edges are right, custom fit it just to make sure everything's right. And this is going to be concave, so it's a little bit more difficult. And I say every time that I do this that I'm going to make a pattern, a mold for it just to set it on. There's some glass right there. So always check your table. Make sure that you don't have any glass underneath it, because if you try to cut and it's on there, you lay your glass on top of it, it's going to crack the glass in the wrong spot. So we'll cut one more of these. While we're talking about a table, when you set up your shop, you always want to really make it most comfortable for you. So in this case, my table is elbow height. So I'm not bending over and doing anything. Always make your tables comfortable, whether you're sitting down or you're standing up. This particular window takes about 4 to 4.5 hours to make, from start to finish, but it is very, very rewarding. Also, see, yep, that looked right. This is the pattern. Again, I know that I'm going to have to grind this off, so next time I draw this, I'm going to draw it a little bit differently. I doubt that I will do that. So I've got these two pieces cut. I'll set that one off to the side. Always keep your table clean. And we'll go on once we get all these cut out, and then I'll start showing you about the grinding for a little bit. See you in a little bit.